Hi, guys. It's me, yours truly, Beverly Sherrill Johnson, your lifestyle health coach and consultant, registered nurse for over 33 years, known as the Uncommon Flexitarian and the creator of What. Eat What is my weekly program that gives you resourceful information, education to the many USDA and FDA food safety and health concerns. Now, I just don't wish to alarm you, but I also wish to give you solutions, concrete solutions to fuel your immunity, to fuel your overall health so that you can look good, feel good, and have a more positive outlook on life. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Eat What. Now, all you Eat What members, remember we can always invite others to join us same time, same day, every week, so that others may learn and grow. And if you would like to join our private Facebook group, you may send me or any member a direct message, or any member can send out an invitation to Eat What. We are on Facebook. We are on Facebook, but we do broadcast on YouTube and to our private Facebook group as well. Now, remember, you members, one of the benefits of your membership, which is always free, is that you never have to worry about missing an episode of Eat What. All you have to do is go to our private Facebook group, click on the media tab, and you'll see every program that we have ever done, or click on the files tab, and you will see every article that we ever posted to the group. There's discussions. There's a lot of information there. So be sure to share the information that you'll find in hopes that others will also desire to look good, feel good, and have a more positive outlook on life. Remember, Eat What is not restricted to anyone. It does not matter if you are a vegetarian, a vegan, pescatarian, omnivorous, you eat it all. It does not matter. We are talking about health. We are talking about health here, and health at any stage, and any age is important. So definitely, we are not restricted to one type of food fare. We just want you to be healthy. All right. All righty then. So this month, in the month of April, we have been discussing living and learning through crisis. Living and learning through crisis. And we're wrapping up that series today, Living and Learning Through Crisis, by discussing, well, number one, workplace anxiety. Number two, how we can deal with anxiety and crisis as it is approaching us at that moment, in that moment, because sometimes you just need something right then to help you manage the stress, the anxiety, feelings, and symptoms that you are experiencing right at that time. So that's what today's program will be about. Now, if you've missed any of our other programs, like I've mentioned before, you are most welcome to go back and review every program that we've done on this series. There are 4 parts. Parts 3 and 4 are being presented today. But certainly go back and refresh on parts 1 and 2. On parts 1 and 2. All righty? All righty. So that you be caught up. You can be caught up and you can learn and implement things that you have learned here and share. Like I said, share. Everyone wants to feel good. All right. No one desires to be sick. No one desires to be a facilitator and give others the great news that you have learned here. All of our references, everything that we talk about here, we encourage you here at Eat What to discuss this with your healthcare team, your medical doctor, doctor of osteopathy, nurse practitioner, your herbalist, your dietitian, anyone who is involved on your healthcare team. We never give out information without saying check with your healthcare team first. All right. We want you to be healthy, and they as also desire for you to be healthy. So let them know what you're learning here and see how that's incorporate with your health and your plan to be a you. All righty then. Well, let's dive into today's subject of learning and living and learning through crisis, part 3 and 4, talking about workplace anxiety. Now, all of us, particularly at some time or another, all of us have experienced workplace anxiety. Workplace anxiety is nothing new. And particularly since everything that has gone on with through the pandemic, a lot of people are realizing now that they were very stressed at work. During the pandemic, as you know, a lot of people got a chance to work from home. Working from home, nearly the whole world worked from home. Working from home let people realize maybe this is something I can pursue professionally and decrease my stress, decrease my personal stress as well as my work stress. Well, employers are now offering hybrid solutions. They found out that during this time, the work that they could give their employees at home to do at home not only decreased their own stress, but some companies found out that they had more productivity out of their employees. Now, it costs them something to, of course, to have the employees stay at home, but a lot of companies found out it was cost saving, that there were a lot of cost saving measures that were introduced during this time. Now, if you are someone who is experiencing and go to work, or when you are approaching anything that is related to your job, you might be experiencing workplace anxiety. And we're going to discuss that today, the signs and symptoms of workplace anxiety. Remember again, discuss everything that we have here with your healthcare team. Do not take any advice without discussing them with your healthcare team first. All righty then. Now, workplace anxiety, what is it? What are the signs and symptoms of workplace anxiety? Well, one of the signs and symptoms of workplace anxiety, according to many, many studies, is that on your days off, you're feeling just fine. When you are not around your job, you're feeling just fine. However, when you are required to report to work, do and be involved in work-related projects, be involved with your colleagues, you are experiencing increased anxiety, increased stress around this issue. Now, why would this be? It could be for a variety of reasons. Maybe you don't, maybe the situation or the project that you are approaching or asked to work on, maybe there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of stress involved in that project. Maybe there's a lot of workplace competitiveness. Oh, how many times have we each experienced that? You're afraid to discuss things with your colleagues because everyone is so competitive. It might take a idea or just gaslight you into to the authorities or the supervisors above you, making them believe that you're not capable of handling the job. You are not in an environment where you may freely discuss your ideas. So this might lead to workplace anxiety as well. If you're having a tough time talking with your colleagues, particularly at the workplace, but have no problem connecting with people outside of work, you may be experiencing workplace anxiety. If you're feeling better, like I said before, while you're away from the job, but as you are approaching the days that you work or you must commit to a project, you're receiving more and more anxiety or experiencing more and more anxiety or more stress within your system, that could be a sign and symptom of workplace anxiety. All right. All right. When you may become physically ill, you may become physically ill whenever you're thinking about work or thinking about the project or thinking about the employees or even preparing to go to work. Now, even in your preparation of going to work, your system, your body is already rejecting it, saying, no, 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 we don't want to go. Maybe you're experiencing depression or feelings of sadness, feelings of sadness. Maybe you are expressing yourself maybe this is through crying. A lot of times, and parents, you need to watch this, and those who are guardians with children, watch that. There's a when children sometimes when they are unable to express themselves through words, they express themselves so adequately through actions. There's one case that I know of personally where a small child was being taken to a school by her parents, and the child, she liked the environment where she liked the classmates that she was involved with. She liked the atmosphere she was involved in, but she did not like the lunchtime period. Why is that? Because the instructor was forcing her to drink milk, and she at that time, very very small child, she at that time was just did not care to drink milk, and it caused a lot of stress and anxiety where the child would begin crying on the way to school. Who was that child? That was me. That was me at the age of kindergarten age. And of course, I've gotten way over that now. But my parents noticed that there was stress and anxiety even in myself, just going back and forth to school. I was happy to go to school, wonderful to go to school, but as closer I got to the school, anxiety was building up and I would burst into tears. And when they got to the bottom of it, of course, the resolution was the parents, the wonderful parents that I had, just asked the teacher not to force me to drink milk. Plenty of vitamins, plenty of vitamins. I had plenty of other options of beverages to drink at that time, and that milk was okay. If I did not desire to have it, and after all, they were paying for the lunch, if I did not desire to have it, that it was okay. Immediately after the negative reaction to me not drinking milk had ceased, I was fine. All right. So that's just a personal example of mine. But you may also be feeling physically ill, maybe crying, might experience all types of symptoms such as nausea or vomiting or headache, numbness and tingling, anything that would be associated with anxiety and high levels of stress, but it's only occurring or preparing for work or preparing for the work project, or interacting with your boss or your colleagues or anything that is work related. You may be experiencing workplace anxiety. So these are signs and symptoms that you need to discuss with your healthcare provider. Your healthcare provider, let them know. I don't know. These are things that I'm experiencing, but I do not know if this is workplace anxiety or if it's something else, and what should I do? Not all workplace anxiety situations mean that you have to leave that particular job. Working with your health care team, you can identify what is triggering the anxiety and work on that. Of course, some solutions do require that you do leave that negative environment and seek another place of employment, perhaps even working from home. But whatever it is, working with your healthcare team will certainly bring you around to answers, working together with them where your anxiety and your stress will be decreased. So workplace anxiety is very, very real. Just wanted to bring your attention to it. It's very, very real. It's very, very prevalent. And if you are experiencing that, seek help. Seek help. Talk with someone about that. If there is a department, if you are on site, if there is a department that you can speak with, perhaps there is a mental health department or a counseling service. If you feel comfortable, you may approach them and let them know that you are experiencing these symptoms, these signs, and you would like to receive some type of assistance. Also, there are outside services related to this as well. Again, talking with your healthcare team, you can get in touch with many, many ancillary services that are being offered worldwide. Mental health services are being offered worldwide, particularly because of the pandemic, and also because of the amount of stress that employers and employees have realized they have been under unknowingly, unrecognizably. But now, since everything had to grind to a halt during the pandemic, it is now being seen. So, for those of us who choose to stay or are not experiencing workplace anxieties, what do we do? What can we do to decrease our stress? The stress happens to all of us, crisis happens to all of us. What might we do to decrease our incidence of stress? Now, this applies to everyone, whether you are in a stressful environment or not, because as I said, crisis happens to all. So there are some things that I have noticed. I have done some research, and there are some activities, again, provider, that you may desire to take on in when you are recognizing that you are in a crisis situation or a stressful anxiety and anxious situation, and you're finding the need to decrease that level of stress immediately. And working on these practices, working on these few simple tips can prove